Straight ahead on 12 News, a painting that reflects a deep sense of country and one that has captured the attention of local veterans. Plus, paying for a pipeline fix, what it'll mean for water rates in Crystal. But first, what happened to the stores? The vacant storefronts that have Crystal City officials concerned. 12 News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. Shoppers and city officials are voicing their concern about stores leaving a popular shopping area in Crystal.
Crystal Center has seen its share of stores closing up, and as Delane Cleveland reports, why it's happening is unclear.
Years ago, this place was just buzzing. I mean, it was just elbow to elbow on weekends and everything, and just everything just went. You know, this is sad.
It's a shame because this is great storefront property. And
ask loyal shoppers who've come to the Crystal Center for years, and you'll find concern about the growing number of empty storefronts.
The more we can keep businesses in the area, the better off we'll be, and the less crime and stuff. I think empty storefronts can sometimes be a little inviting for criminals.
The Hallmark store is closing soon, and Michael's just moved out and reopened in Brooklyn Center at Shingle Creek Crossing.
Michael's is always looking for new areas. This was an up-and-coming area. It's right on Highway 100 and Interstate 694.
With people moving out, it's not good for the shopping center. It's not good for the city. I would like to see it full.
Pat Bedell runs a business called Signs in Minnesota.
And we do all types of indoor, outdoor signage, vehicle graphics.
She's also active in the Crystal Business Association.
I would like to see more people coming through and make Crystal be a little more prosperous.
Bedell's business was also in the Crystal Center about a year and a half ago. Her reason for moving to another location nearby is the cost.
Rent was really high. I still have the same landlord here, but I got twice the space for less money.
So what's the answer to bringing businesses back? Some say attracting another big box store to join Target would help.
The big box would give more traffic. Target's been there forever. I think because of that, it needs to be freshened up, maybe with another big box.
Others say it's perfect for the small business person.
Keeping the nice smaller stores and having opportunities for small businesses to grow into storefronts like this would be really great.
Either way, longtime shoppers like Carol Eisenhower hope it's a place they can keep coming to.
I hope nobody else goes out.
Officials from Passer Properties say they're working diligently to fill the vacancies. Rainbow Apparel filled one of the storefronts recently, and they'll soon be expanding Payless Shoes. They're also working with other retailers, but they can't share any details until those leases are signed. Mike and Alex?
All right, Delane, thanks. Water rates are going up in Crystal to cover the cost of fixing a pipeline that has broken twice.
The breaks led to sinkholes in Robbinsdale and caused service disruptions. The pipe supplies water from Minneapolis to Crystal, New Hope, and Golden Valley. Last night, Crystal decided to raise water rates $1 per 1,000 gallons used. Crystal City Council members believe raising rates would also help provide a cushion in case something else should break.
We're going to notice more and more of these weakened pipes are going to start to fail. So I think we need to get out ahead of it, and that's kind of why I want to stick with the dollar increase. If we get this dollar increase, we'll be able to take a look at these things and say, okay, now we can move on fixing this.
The city's cost of repairs is $1.2 million. The legislature adjourned without earmarking any money to help with the project. Fortunately, construction bids came in lower than expected. An open house on the pipeline repair is scheduled for Thursday night at the Crystal Community Center. That starts at 4:30. Work is expected to start in June.
The federal government is suing a Brooklyn Park apartment complex, accusing it of discriminating against a tenant with mental health disabilities. According to the lawsuit filed this week, the Huntington Place Apartments violated the rights of tenant Raylyn Gonzalez because she required a service animal, which happened to be a pit bull. The apartment complex has a no dangerous breeds policy, which includes pit bulls. The lawsuit says Gonzalez received the animal from her brother and that it helps her cope with trauma caused by her boyfriend's suicide and her mother's murder. Accommodations were eventually made, but Gonzalez's lease was not renewed. The civil suit prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office seeks unspecified monetary damages.
Governor Dayton's veto of the education bill post-session likely means there will be a special session to hash out the differences. Local lawmakers from both sides of the aisle say they're confident a deal can be reached. The question is, what will be the compromise?
My biggest hope is there will be more investment in education, also in early education. I mean, we know that nothing is more effective in reducing the achievement gap than early education, so I'd certainly like to see a focus on that.
Governor Dayton says the education bill's total investment of $400 million is insufficient given the state's large surplus. Dayton says his #1 priority is to fund voluntary but universal pre-kindergarten to help 47,000 4-year-olds in the state. Meantime, Republican leaders, including Maple Grove State Senator Warren Limmer, are in favor of bumping up funding for K-12 education rather than universal pre-K funding, considering other needs.
I would rather focus what I think is scarcer resources toward those kids that really need the help rather than make it a universal pre-K education. We can't afford it.
Right now, Republicans and Democrats are $25 million apart in a $17 billion education budget. The existing budget left a $1 billion surplus on the table. There's no word yet on where and when a special session will be held. And special sessions are not necessarily uncommon. There have been 50 in the history of the legislature. Since 2001, there have been 5 special sessions because legislative leaders couldn't agree on a budget. This would now be the 6th. The distinction this time, though, in Minnesota, there's a significant budget surplus, not a deficit.
There's new leadership at the 2 public colleges in the Northwest Metro. At North Hennepin Community College, the Minns View Board of Trustees has named Barbara McDonald to become the new president. McDonald is currently the interim president at Minnesota West Community and Technical College in Worthington. She is credited with working with community leaders to expand enrollments. McDonald replaces Lisa Larson, who was appointed interim president at North Hennepin 2 years ago. At Hennepin Technical College, Merrill Irving has been named president to replace Cecilia Cervantes, who's been there since 2008. Irving is currently a vice president at a community college in Illinois. Under the Clinton and Bush administrations, Irving led a Department of Labor workforce initiative that focused on adult and vocational programs for underserved populations. The Palmer Lake VFW post in Brooklyn Park has a new artistic addition.
This painting was recently added to the front entrance at the post. The mural is a replica of the iconic image of 3 New York City firemen raising the American flag after the 9/11 World Trade Center bombings. The painting project started with the need for people to return old American flags and then grew into something much bigger. Now people will remember something else when they turn in Old Glory.
It was kind of our Pearl Harbor for my generation. It was an attack on our here at home. And so that for a lot of people joined after that, and it actually kind of united the country with patriotism.
Scott's father, Greg Hansen, painted the mural. He served in Vietnam. The Palmer Lake Park VFW is one of a handful of places where folks can drop off tattered flags. Coming up, a less expensive summer camp option for the kids.
We'll show you a couple of free opportunities for kids to show their creative side. Then later in sports, Osseo survives a close call in the opening round of section play in softball.
But first, a gorgeous day on tap for Thursday, sunny and 70. There is good news for craft beer fans. A new brewery plans to call Maple Grove home. Omni Brewing has plans to renovate a former Schwann's distribution building on Deerwood Lane. That's just north of Maple Tavern. The co-founders hope to close on the property in a couple weeks, and the goal is to open in late August. We're told the 2 new owners have a great partnership. There's only one potential hiccup, and that's that the head brewer bleeds Badger Red, and the finance manager lives and dies by the Golden Gophers. So as long as they brew good beer, it'll all work out.
They'll
right?
probably agree on that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, parents are now signing up kids for summer camps.
Well, camps may be a vacation for the kids. They are not a vacation for your wallet. In today's Money Savers, reporter Shannon Slatton tells us about a free summer camp here in the Northwest Metro.
The price of summer camps can add up very quickly, but there's a free option happening this summer right here in Maple Grove at the shops at Arbor Lakes. And Kelly Plummer is here to tell us all about it. What's happening?
Well, this is Camp Arbor. It's a free, fun, educational camp for kids ages 3 to 10, Tuesdays, for 7 consecutive Tuesdays starting June 9th.
And all sorts of activities.
Lots of activities, a lot of fun art activities. For example, the first day of camp, kids will be able to decorate their own t-shirt and then wear that to all of the camp dates. We also have an event where the kids will be able to paint a mug. This is presented by Color Me Mine. Just a lot of really fun art, education, even entertainment.
Definitely, and there's also the Teddy Bear Band is coming, as well as Eastman Nature Center.
Right, and kids dance, so even some things where they'll be able to just kind of sit back and be entertained.
All right, do folks need to RSVP for this?
They do not need to RSVP, but parents should be aware that they should come on time, and also that supplies are limited, so you want to get here early so you can enjoy what we have to offer.
And then Kids Talk is going on June 20th, lots of free activities there. What's that?
Again, this is an event presented by Maple Grove Arts Council, and it's really just a day for kids to have fun. They're going to get a chance to decorate a tie for Father's Day and be entertained as well.
All right, lots going on. We have everything on Kids Talk and Camp Arbor on our website, and that's 12.tv.
All right, thanks, Shannon. And there is one more great summer entertainment option to tell you about all summer. The New Hope Cinema Grill is offering kids' movies with a showing at noon every day. You can buy a pass to see every movie for as low as $20 for 2 people. And we've got details posted on our website at 12.tv. Coming up, our visit with the Teacher of the Year for Robbinsdale area schools.
But first in sports, Maple Grove takes on Mounds View for a section championship in boys tennis. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back. Well, state tournament time just around the corner for tennis, and so you win now and off to state.
Win now or lose now, and you're done, at least as a team. Still individual and doubles play to come. Team champions are being crowned this week at section boys tennis tournaments. Maple Grove faced a familiar rival for the section 5 AA championship. Park Center High School aside as the Crimson face top seed Mounds View. #1 singles, Charlie Adkins with a perfect serve and volley for Maple Grove for a point. In the second set, Adkins serves and then rips the backhand winner. He takes his match in straight sets. #2 singles, Sam Hochberger takes the first set 6-love with a forehand winner for the Crimson. And later, Hochberger strokes another winner from the baseline. He also wins in straight sets. But it's all Mounds View from there. Hunter Heck wins 6-love, 6-3 at #3 singles for the Mustangs. 4 singles, Petro Alex, a straight sets winner for Mounds View. And the Mustangs win all 3 doubles matches, and they take the section title with a 5-2 win. In Section 6 AA quarterfinal action, #2 seed Wayzata beats Hopkins 5-2. 3rd seed Armstrong edges Jefferson 4-3, and top seed Benilde down Southwest 6-1. The semifinals are Wednesday as Benilde is home to take on Edina, and Wayzata hosts Armstrong. The championship is Thursday afternoon at Baseline Tennis Center at the University of Minnesota. Many local softball teams took the field for the start of section play Tuesday. That includes the Osseo Orioles. The Orioles hosting St. Michael-Albertville in Section 5 3A first round play. St. Michael threatens early. Allie Burdett drilling it to the fence. Taylor Bridgman gets to it quickly, and the Orioles execute well. Andrea Deanslake applies the tag for the out at the plate. Gets Burdett trying for third. A huge double play ends the top of the first. Still 0-0 in the 5th, and Courtney Calkins in a jam with runners at second and third, but she gets the strikeout. And then she'll induce a slow roller to first base from Burdett, and the Orioles keep the game scoreless. No score, and the Knights will escape a jam in the 6th inning. Bases loaded for Osseo. Lane Ruska bouncing to third, and it's a home to first double play for the Knights. Bottom of the 7th, still 0-0. Deanslake shows bunt, then swings away and hits it to the gap as the outfielders nearly collide. Bailey DeBoer races around to score from first base, and the Orioles pull out a 1-0 win. They're facing Park Center Wednesday. Also in Section 5 3A, Champlain Park falls to Coon Rapids 7-1, eliminating the Rebels. In Section 6, it's a big day for Wayzata. The 6th seed Trojans roll over Armstrong 9-1, then stun 3-time defending section champion Orono 12-0 in 6 innings. Also in Section 6, Vanille, there's no problem with Washburn. Then the Red Knights edge Cooper 3-2. The Hawks are still alive in the double elimination bracket. Top seed Hopkins drills St. Louis Park. And games resume Thursday at Miller Park in Eden Prairie, all at 4 o'clock. Back on May 7th, West Lutheran and Brooklyn Center had to suspend their baseball game in the second inning because of severe weather in the area. 12 days later, they resumed play with the Warriors leading 4-0, and they would add to that lead in a big way in the fourth. Garrett Anderson singles to left field. Isaac Grooms and Jonah Kuski score, and it's 8-0. Later in the inning, it's Grooms at the plate, and he singles to center. Matt Heinrich scores, and there's plenty more to come for West Lutheran. 3 batters later, Anderson, another big hit. This one gets to the fence in the left. Grooms, Owen Barnes, and Kuski all score, and Anderson's bases clearing double. West Lutheran scores 18 times in the inning on their way to a 22-0 5-inning win. Both teams begin section tournament play on Friday. The head coach of the highly successful Robbinsdale Hopkins Robbins PI Division Adapted Athletic Teams is up for a big award. Robbins coach Marcus Onsum is one of 8 finalists for National Coach of the Year in the Adapted Athletics Special Sports category. He was nominated by the Minnesota State High School Coaches Association. Onsum has led the Robins to 7 consecutive state titles in soccer, 6 in softball, and 5 straight in floor hockey. The winners will be announced June 20th at the National Convention in Rochester. Honored to be nominated. It'd be great for him to win that next month.
Great for him. Thanks a lot, John. Coming up, could it be a job that doesn't feel like a job?
Hear what one newly honored employee in New Hope has to say when we come back.
And finally, a Cooper High School special education teacher is getting some major kudos.
Christine Dorman was named Robbinsdale Area School's Teacher of the Year. Christine has taught at Cooper High School for 10 years. She says teaching is her passion, and her job really doesn't feel like a job.
It's working with the kids. It's when you see those kids shine and when they get those aha moments, and it's just being able to spend the time with them, seeing the world through their eyes and helping them grow and get as close to their independent adult life as they can.
Christine was also awarded a $600 check, and she says some of the money that she will use some of that money to buy supplies for her classroom. So congratulations, Christine.
Put it right back into the classroom there.
That's neat, huh? That'll do it. That's the news for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here tomorrow at 4. Community Corner is coming up next.